Hey, welcome to another walk around video of this Suzuki Jimny. It has been 2 years since I done the previous video, and this time I'm not going to take you on a walk around of everything that has been done to the vehicle since the beginning. Instead, I want to tell you about what I have added since last time in terms of modifications, what I have changed so I can save you some time and money on expensive trials and errors until you find the best thing that works for this vehicle, and finally answer some of the many questions that have been asked the last time. So if you haven't watched part 1, I strongly suggest you go check it out and then come back here. Let's get started. Let's start with the obvious, shall we? After a couple of trips after dark, I finally added an LED bar for the Jimny. And it's really freaking bright. It is 42 inches long and it is curved to follow the line of the vehicle. It is a combination of spot or throw lights in the center and floodlights at the sides, because you need a very wide spread so you can easily maneuver on those tight corners in the forest when going off-road. You should definitely consider one for yourself as well. I have also swapped the regular factory bulbs on the headlights. Why? Well, you do have your light bar, but what happens on the road, on the asphalt, where you're only allowed to use your low beam? There, some quality LED bulbs have really proven to be a valuable addition. Now, this is probably the most important modification that you can fit to any off-road vehicle to improve its capability. I have fitted a selectable air differential locker at the back. Usually when you drive a vehicle with open differentials, without the perfect wheel placement, one tire will quickly lose traction and start to spin, while the other would not be moving at all. And now, on a click of a magic button, you can easily be as capable as one can get. This has proven to be a really viable addition. I have also created an entire video on how to fit a differential locker to any vehicle. Check it out. From the first walk around video, we already know that this Jimny has a 4-inch suspension lift. I have also created another video that shows you all the parts that you need to change in order to fit a 4-inch lift. However, what you don't know is that I have went through several different types and sets and brands of shocks until I find the best combination. Right now I have a regular black Raptor at the front and an adjustable ones at the rear. Why? 2 reasons. First, the weight at the front is constant. You have your winch, you have your engine, and that's it. At the rear, depending on if you're carrying luggage or if someone is at the back, you have adjustable weight. And when the vehicle is heavier, you need firmer shocks, so you need to be able to adjust them. The second reason is ride comfort, because look at the Jimny. You're pretty much seated here. So the front shocks are further away from you, but the rear ones are right at your lower back, so they're responsible for ride comfort. You need to be able to soften them when you hit the trail and then make them firm again when you're back on the road for stability. If you have been paying attention, you will notice that I have moved to a different size of tires and wheels. These are 16-inch rims, which are more popular than the 15 ones that the Jimny comes stock from the factory. And because it's more popular, on a 16-inch rim you have way more sizes of tires to choose from. With a 15, you're pretty limited. Previously, I was running 30 by 9.5 on a 15-inch rim. Now these are 215, 85, 16. And what happens is, this is the same width, 7J wheel. The tires are the same height or even a bit taller, but they're very, very slim. Of course, they don't look so intimidating and cool for off-roading, but this means improved performance of the engine on the road because of less rolling resistance, improved fuel economy, and arguably you're better off-road. I think this is the best size for a Jimny. Something else which is new is that the rear drum brakes have been converted to disc brakes. Why? Because the drums are not good for off-roading. As soon as you pass through the first puddle, they get filled with dirt and water and mud and they stop working. So what can you expect after a conversion? Well, the foot brake is working well, so I do think it is worth to make a conversion. But because of how the Renault Megane calipers are designed, these are the ones that are used for a conversion, you're not going to have a good handbrake. Still, if you decide to go down that road, I have a whole video on how to make a conversion. Check it out. As a guide on how to continue with this video, I'm going to use the questions that you all asked under the last video. Starting with, yes, gear reduction. So the gear reduction kit that you can buy for the transfer case of the Jimny is from Trial Gear, the brand Trial Gear only. But they have several different options, and it so happens that I have tried all of them. First, you have the 60% gear reduction on the low. This gives you the capability that you're needing off-road to be able to smoothly, slowly conquer obstacles and have control. Then you have 24% gear reduction on the highs and on the lows. What this does is that it restores the factory specs of the vehicle if you have gone a couple of sizes up from the factory specs tires. So bigger tires, 24 gear reduction, back to stock. And then you have a combination of the two. This is exactly what I have done. I have bought the 60% and then the 24%. And what happens is 84% reduction on the lows, which transforms the Jimny into a rock crawler, and 24% reduction on the highs, which helps you on the highway with the bigger tires. But what nobody tells you is that the vehicle becomes noisier. On the lows, it's like you're driving in reverse. You know the sound that I mean. And on the highs, well, there is a bit of a buzz coming from the transfer case, and it's not a big deal, but it's something that you need to be aware of. It is not louder than the mud terrain tires, for example, but still it is something that you probably need to know. Overall, my recommendation would be to get the 60% gear reduction on the low if you don't have bigger tires, and get the 84 plus 24% reduction if you have bigger tires. Next question, have I noticed any difference in sound and performance from the sports air filter that I have fitted? It's a Cayenne. Well, no, the sound is not different, and the performance I haven't noticed a difference. But you need to know that once you have fitted a snorkel, the airflow becomes worse because it has to travel more to enter the box. So what I think has happened is that the sports air filter just has compensated for the loss from the snorkel. Next question is, where did I get the underbody protection? And the answer is, they're custom made. Because there are many places that sell tuning and off-road parts for Jimny, but none of them had exactly what I wanted, which is a guard that protects both the differential and the axle from one end to the other. So I found a friend who is very capable, and he crafted ones for me from 3mm thick steel. The next question is about window tint. I have gone for 100% dark at the back. Why? It's pretty obvious, because it looks cool and because nobody is going to peek at what you are carrying at the back. But I have also gone for a 0% foil at the front, because it protects not only your skin but also the plastics and fabrics in the car from losing color and from weakening and breaking over time. Very good addition. And the last common question is about the speakers. Well, the Jimny factory ones are pretty horrible, aren't they? So where can you get these mounts? You cannot. Nobody sells them. You have to do them yourself. But I can help you with the term. The term is custom-made speaker pods. So search that term in Google. The principle is pretty much you get one fiber board for the base that's going to sit on the door and another board where the speaker would be. Then you make a smooth transition between the two boards with fiberglass and body filler. Then it's about sanding and painting them in the appropriate color. And of course, don't forget the tweeters at ear level for a perfect audiophile experience. And now time for a big announcement. I'm selling the little beast. Yep, you heard me right, I'm selling the Jimny. But why? Because I have already completed this build. It is as good as it gets with this vehicle in both comfort and off-road capability. I have done it to the max, I think. And I'm really excited to start a different project, something that is going to have a very different angle and very different purpose. I don't want to give too much away right now, but let me know in the comments below what do you think is going to come next to the channel. As for this Jimny, I want to sell it to one of the viewers of this channel, one of you. It is not posted anywhere yet. You're the first to know, and the price is 9,000 euro, which is of course less than just the modifications that have been done to the vehicle, excluding its cost, but this is the price for you. If you see it on a post later, it would be more expensive than this. The good thing is that usually when you buy a second-hand off-road vehicle, you have no idea how much dirt and rust you're going to find in the car. But in this situation, every single corner of the Jimny has been revised, cleaned and treated, so there are no surprises. Thank you for watching another video. I hope you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because it really helps, and consider supporting my work on Patreon. The link is in the description below. And I'll see you in the next episode of the 4x4 Lap.